Hi everyone, this is LH Crypto Weekly Analysis.
And this is Friday again.
Yeah.
And so this is what we're up to for today.
We're going to talk about trade war and its consequences.
Consequences on both real world and the world of crypto, which is becoming more and more real.
Both positive and negative.
Yep, and we would like to shed some light on a new company in LH Crypto Trading Terminal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And also some actually new insights on a very popular company.
Yeah, on a very popular company. So, well, shall we move on?
Yep.
Just as we know, Bitcoin is still on the headlines for the whole week. Rose on early morning of May 27 up to 8,600. Not an absolute record breaker for Bitcoin, but still we now are sure that it is concentrating on the lateral movement around 8,000. And some say that if it breaks it from above the 6,900, so it goes down, but it's not likely to happen. I've watched for the graph or the chart of Bitcoin. It reminds so much a staircase, you know, it's just the sharp rise and then gathering strength and then another sharp rise and so on and so forth. So
you have to catch the rise.
Yep. So now the capitalization of Bitcoin is 157 billion, and as for the whole crypto market, 265 billion. So due to the development of new technologies, huge investors, both individual and corporate, entered the market, and so specialists and crypto enthusiasts are very enthusiastic due to their profession about the future of Bitcoin. Some say that it will soon rise to 10,000, and some predict 30,000 in the middle 2020.
Well, 10,000 sounds pretty natural and not too optimistic for me. Anyway, I have a small piece of news about a Japanese exchange that's about to hit the market. It's called Tao, and it's going to be it's going to have margin trading just like LH Crypto does, but it's actually nice to see that the market is full. That more margin traders are entering the market, following our footsteps. Probably it's gonna have a good effect on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, let's call the guys fans, admirers, or just followers, and wish them all the good luck achieving us. The crypto market is doing great, and all the positive news are coming from everywhere. Well, why is that? So, Digital Currency Group founder Barry Silver has his opinion, and he says that crypto is usually an asset for a safe bay for assets in times of crisis and a higher market volatility. And now the main factor for that is the notorious trading war between US and China, which we'll touch upon later. And that this is precisely this conflict, well, let's say this is already a conflict which caused the float of assets. So, Bloomberg, an agency we do not have any right to suspect in any kind of fraud and fraudulent news.
Rumors.
Yeah, and any kind of rumors, of course, reports that after reading just a number of very popular government-owned, stately-owned Chinese newspapers, they realized that there is a secret plan
Very secret.
for China to ban the export of rare earth metals to United States of America, which is quite an ouch for the American economy. Why? The point is...
I know the answer. It's just cheaper for the USA to buy it from China instead of making them on their own.
Not only that, yes, quite a consequence of that is because, well, they are really rare in the United States and much more rare in the United States than in China, because China owes 40%, up to 40% of all the global stocks, world stocks of these metals. The news of ban rose some Chinese companies' shares, which specialize in manufacturing all these rare earth metals chips, up to 40%. quite a good stimulus for us to add those companies into LH Crypto Trading Terminal.
Well, and as we may have already mentioned, and as you may certainly guess, this trade war had a negative effect on US stocks and indices. They have been falling all week long, no? And
Yeah.
on crude oil, do you have any figures on that? No? Okay, crude oil.
You just can read it on my face. No.
Okay. So yeah, let's switch from the trade war to the Bank of Canada. And actually, so we seldom hear anything about Canada because they're doing quite fine, but not so outrageously fine. And now the Bank of Canada actually announced that they're not going to change their monetary policies, that the rate remains on the level of 1.75%, and most analysts claim that the business conditions in Canada are going to improve and be good for to be good. And also oil market is still growing despite the trade war, and all the factors are for Canada, so actually they expect the Canadian dollar to grow.
This week's advice for the stocks to earn. Well, this time it is that Adidas reported just a few weeks ago a rise in first quarter net profit for the whole 17%. As we all know, there was the local bottom of the American stock market in the end of December 2018, so shares one Adidas share cost 180 in mid-December, while it is now 260, which was unstoppable growth from the very December, just in 5 months, you know? Yep, and the point is that investors are very optimistic on Adidas. It doubled its business in the United States of America and demonstrated superior growth, not to mention that the expansion includes acquisition of other brands like Reebok, TaylorMade, Run-Static. Well, never heard of that, but I believe it is something significant. And, you know, investors like the way they market themselves, like the clothes and, you know, the clothing for innovators, early adopters, for all those guys between and ladies between 15 and 30. Yep, some believe that a main competitor is quite the better investment, at least in the mid-term, because analysts like Nike's strength of business strategy, not that screamy and buzzy as it is of Adidas, and moreover, they're reminding us that Nike is much more successful in Europe, although Adidas is just reigning the North America. So this is what brings our new idea, because both companies are traded in LH Crypto Trading Terminal.
That's all for today.
Yep, that's all for today. So let's not wait the grass to grow. Have the best of your weekends, and may the profit be with you. And we're just living for the profit of ours. Bye.